Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. I am Lovely Lugar Perez from the Fertilizer and Pesticide Authority, joined by Maria Leonila Imperial from Philippine Coconut Authority and Maureen De Rojas of the National Crop Protection Center. This study reflects our shared goal, that is to understand how gender influences access to training in crop protection in Albany's key farming systems. Next slide, please. Next. All right. Corn and coconut farming are central to rural life in Bicol. Safe, effective use of crop protection is key to sustaining these farms, hence the importance of training. There are two main programs that support this effort. The Farmer Scientist Training Program for corn farmers, which combines scientific knowledge with practical application, and the Farmers Field School for coconut farmers, which emphasizes best practices in farm management. Their goals are productivity, safety, and community knowledge sharing. Now, the FPA supports safety by accrediting responsible care officers, safety dispensers, and pesticide applicators. Next slide, please. Men and women contribute differently in farming. Men often handle fieldwork and pesticide use. Women manage post-harvest tasks, gardens, and food processing. But access to training isn't equal. Women often face barriers like household duties, childcare, and mobility. Men are usually prioritized. So we ask, are both men and women getting fair training access? What barriers exist and how can programs be more inclusive? So our aim is fair, effective training for all farmers regardless of gender. Next slide, please. For our methodology, we conducted primary data collection through surveys and interviews targeting 64 farmers, 32 from corn-based and 32 from coconut-based systems, with an equal number of male and female respondents. That was selected through stratified random sampling, and then surveys guided by interviews explored demographics, participation in barriers, and the data were analyzed with a focus on gender differences in training access and outcomes. Next slides will be presented by Ms. Marine. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Lovely. So in corn-based farming systems in Albay, most farmers are aged 40 to 49 with high school education as common attainment. Men typically manage farm finances and hard labor, while women handled household responsibilities and some farm work. On average, men cultivate larger land areas than women, which is 1.62 hectares compared to 1.14 hectares. In terms of farming practices, high maize yields are reported with widespread use of chemical fertilizers and conventional tillage. Weeding is also done twice per season. When it comes to pest management, men are primarily responsible for spraying and mixing pesticides. However, women are often the ones who decide which products to use, purchase them, and handle post-use activities. Despite their involvements, women's roles in using biopesticides and providing technical support are frequently overlooked. Women actively seek information and support but face technological gaps, such as limited access to smartphones. Their contributions are often unrecognized by their male counterparts. Barriers like childcare responsibilities, low awareness, and limited mobility hinder women's participation in training programs. Although most trainings are attended by men, many women express eagerness to join if sessions are made more accessible. And also, social and cultural norms further limit women's time, mobility, and visibility in decision-making, with men still seen as the primary actors in crop protection. Next slide, please. So in coconut-based farming systems, the majority of respondents are in the 60 to 69 age range, with younger generations showing low participation. Women tend to have higher educational attainment and are more often in charge of household finances and farm management. Coconut production is mainly for income, but women are more likely to use coconuts for home consumption. Female respondents commonly practice zero tillage, and both men and women rarely use fertilizers. Most respondents are not using pesticides, and women are generally perceived as less involved in pesticide-related tasks. Men are seen as responsible for purchasing and applying pesticides, as well as more frequent weeding activities. While more respondents perceive equal access to training, more women report family participation in pest and disease management training. In fact, 43.75% of female respondents have family members who attended training compared to only 6.25% of males. Women also report lower knowledge of pesticide use compared to men, yet they own more phones and have better access to smartphones and the internet. Both gender relies on extension officers and social media for agricultural information. And despite women being recognized as primary farm managers and financial decision makers, cultural expectations still create barriers to their participation in technical training and practices. Next slide. For corn-based farming, here are our recommendations. So it is crucial to acknowledge and raise awareness of women's significant roles in pest management and pesticide safety. Training programs should be more accessible and flexible with gender-sensitive options that include cost-saving strategies and practical exercises tailored to both men and women. Next slide, please. And for coconut-based farming, there is a need to engage youth as participation among those under 30 is very low. Youth-focused outreach and training initiatives can help revitalize the sector. Supporting female farmers in decision-making is also essential, as this can be achieved through gender-sensitive training and policies that promote joint farm management. So across both systems, strengthening women's roles in financial and pest management and ensuring training is inclusive and practical. This will help create more equitable and effective farming communities. Now I hand over the floor to Ms. Marie.
Yes, next slide. Next slide, please. So our group identified some future key research projects which could focus on exploring the impact of gender-sensitive farmers training program in their decision-making and the overall farm productivity, and also investigating the effectiveness of policies promoting equitable gender division of labor and resources, and also prospects of digital platforms and other innovations as form of training tools to overcome barriers such as mobility and time. Next slide, please. So other further research would dwell on studies geared to integrate women's roles and participation in agricultural policies and training, and probably investigate how subsidies or vouchers can increase participation in training programs for both genders. Next slide, please. Among our valuable experience from the course is being able to engage with a diverse group of participants and together enrich our understanding of gender dynamics in agricultural practices, and being able to actively contribute to discussions, the workshops, and activities that highlighted gender issues which previously we had very little knowledge about. And we also gained valuable insights into the importance of gender-sensitive approach in our respective field of research. Next slide, please. So for our challenges, yes, there are challenges. There were many, in fact, that impacted the timeline of our study. But despite these setbacks, we were able to utilize our survey data, which enrich our report with factual information on gender dynamics. And now we could apply our learnings from this course to improve the quality of our research. And with regards to our project, we could definitely use our findings as basis for future gender mainstream projects in crop protection. So that is all from our team. Thank you.